Alright, this is a model Lionel 1666 steam engine that I bought as a project from eBay. I think I paid 30 bucks for this thing. And I had to buy some wheels, I had to buy a few extra parts, and this is what we got to work with, and it's going to get back together. We're going to get this thing running and fix it up. Like the cow catcher's broke. I mean, where one of the jewels, the marker light jewels, the thing is smashed. Both of the jewels are gone. This thing is a wreck. We're going to touch up the paint. We're going to make this thing look as good as we can. Okay, here we go. All right, I have here a Lionel 1666 steamer. I bought this as a project. It's basically, well, it was a basket case. The cow catcher was busted. It's broken off. You can see it there. Yeah, it's broken off. We got a new cow catcher. The thing is, the cow catcher is a lighter color than the engine. So we're going to try cleaning and painting. This thing is filthy. See all the dirt that's in this thing. So we'll bring it to the kitchen sink and give it a good scrubbing. See if we can get all this dirt off. The motor is pretty good. The wheels were completely off. I put all the wheels back. I bought a set of side rods, which cost a fortune. Everything costs a fortune with these things. Parts are very expensive. No magnet traction on this, so you don't have to worry about it picking up screws and stuff, but just still got to be careful. Now, exactly when this was made, I have no idea. Being that it has the separate number plate, it's not later, I believe, not later than 1946. They did make these pre-war, but I don't think this is a pre-war. You know what? It might be. They claimed the pre-war have the straight edge here in the back, the straight back. So it might be 39. Who knows? Whatever it is, it's a nice engine. It was a good engine to rescue. And when I get all this washed up, like I said, I got this nice paint we're going to try on the cow catcher. Let's see if we can match the engine, and we'll touch up the engine with the same paint. Of course, we'll check the brushes in the motor. This one uses slides instead of rollers. And we'll get it together, and hopefully this thing will run very nice. All right, off to the scrubbing. All right, in view of the condition of this thing, we're going to touch it up with some paint. All these marks, I scrubbed it up pretty good. You'll never get all the damn dirt off, it seems, unless you probably should sandblast it, but I'm not going to do that. This is just going to be a very, very rudimentary cleaning and restoration. This is going to get painted to match, because it's too light. It's not gunmetal, it's just a lighter color. Who knows where this thing has been all these years, sitting in some parts box. And this is the stuff I use. This is made by Tamiya. It is wonderful stuff. They make a whole barrage of colors. This is flat black. It matches absolutely perfect. I did a Lionel red plastic Baby Ruth boxcar, and their red was a dead ring. You couldn't even tell. All right, so I'm going to get to going on this thing, and then we'll check back in a little while, see what it looks like. All right, I'm going to take a look at the brushes. I'm going to remove this brush plate, loosen the screw. I'm going to put it over here, out of harm's way. I'll end up knocking it on the floor. Pop the screw off. These are the old type. The springs are in the underneath the brush holder. I guess it's the old type, I don't know. Anyway, let's pop this off. Okay. Let's see what these brushes look like. Yeah, we're going to get new ones. I'm going to clean everything and pop some new brushes in there. Alright, remember, you're in the brush department over here. Lighter fluid is your friend. Just soak this with lighter fluid, cleaned out the whole commutator. You could give it the crocus cloth, but this one looks really good. I'm not even going to bother. Clean everything up real good. Now remember, we've got to clean those cracks. And you need a sharp stick. Nothing but wood. So you can get in there and wipe this crap out. Make sure that's nice and clean. All three of them. There's always three of them. Unless it's one of the Chinese motors, the quote-unquote maintenance-free motors. You know why they're maintenance-free? Because you throw them in the damn garbage. That's why they're maintenance-free. Whereas for a couple of pennies for new brushes, you'll end up with a new lease on life here with this motor. Yeah, nice and clean. This lighter fluid degreases everything. So you know, this is a fiber bearing, if you want to call it that. So it's got to be oiled right away when we put it back, because this is degreasing everything, which is good. You want to clean everything. Drop a fresh Earl. And now we're going to take a Q-tip, which we're going to have to shrink a little bit to fit inside those holes to clean them. And this is a Q-tip I thinned out a little bit. You got to pull some of the cotton off, and it's still tight. And I soaked it with lighter fluid. And I got to look at that. I got to get another one. Yeah, it was too tight. This one should fit. Yeah, there we go. Clean that out good. The brush has got to be able to move in here, so you don't want it all clogged up with crap. Clean around here a little bit. All this 80, 90 years of oil, whatever the hell it is. Alright, now I'm going to go get new brushes. Okay, here is the old brush. Here's the new brush. I'm going to lay it down before I install the other one. I put one on already. Yeah, it's just about a little less than half gone. Already got the darn thing apart. You just change it. Put these on. It's got the little recess for the spring. And you do this, and you turn until she pops on. Counterclockwise, I guess this is. And there it goes. Keep turning, and she'll seat herself right on there. Perfect. Okay, let me get them in. Throw the other ones out. And this is why you want this clean. These have to move very freely in there. This way they float. And now we put this back. Like that. And just put the screws back in. And screws are back in with my trusty screw starter. I'll tighten them up Make sure everything is seated nice before you start forcing the screw down. Snug them up good. Before we forget, a drop of oil on this bushing. So it's really clean because of the lighter fluid. So before we forget, let that start soaking up in there. Okay. Brushes are in. Alright, the E unit was a little funky. It was only working in forward, wouldn't go in reverse. So I flushed the heck out of it with lighter fluid and a nice soft brush like this. Dig. Gotta be careful you don't damage those tiny contacts, and never, ever turn that drum backwards. Oh, that's the end of it. One of the leaves, it actually turned backwards a little bit, and one of the leaves was just slightly bent, and I was very lucky I managed to straighten it out without it breaking off. So here we have neutral. I ain't gonna go far because the side rods are hanging. Forward, neutral, reverse. Alright, now we'll continue with the assembly. Okay, here it is, all done. It runs like a charm. This is a little touch-ups here. This little thing is bent a little. We did a little special touch-up here. Did the Lionel builder's plate in gold. Painted the cow catcher. Painted the engine. Not the whole thing. Not the whole thing. All the scratches and a lot of touch-ups. And yeah, pretty good. Not bad. The unit seems to be doing okay. Smooth as silk. Now we just got to get it a tender. And we're ready to go. Really nice engine, the 1666. No magnet traction, which is a nice light little freight load or something, or a few passenger cars. This thing will do great. Yeah, really nice. Really nice. I went to look this thing up in my book, and lo and behold, I bought a defective book. Those pages are missing. Very interesting. Got to watch what you buy at these shows, I think, because I think that's where I bought it. Or eBay, who the heck knows. Really nice side rods. They did a good job on this engine. For a relatively inexpensive engine, it's a very nice engine. No whistle, no smoke, no nothing. Just a basic engine. Really nice. As I said, the E unit wasn't working initially, so I flushed it with lighter fluid. Drenched it with lighter fluid and a very soft brush. Got to be careful of those little contacts. And I didn't even bother with the deoxide after that. It was just working so perfectly. I just left it. Works really good. Alright. That's it. That's the 1666. Lionel 1666 steam engine. This is the other side. I didn't film the other side. And again, it's got the number plates as opposed to the stamped on numbering, indicating that it's an earlier model. Probably early 46, I would think, if it's... oh, I forgot the jewels. Son of a gun. Got to put 2 jewels in there. Yeah, I have them. I'm going to glue in 2 jewels now. And I'll really finish it off. Alright, so there are the jewels. Those are original Lionel jewels that I found. The one on the right was a bit smashed in. You could see a little bit of damage. But I managed to round it back out again. And you can't even really tell, especially after it was painted. But I use super glue on these jewels. This way they're waterproof. They should stay there forever. Alright, so there she is, all done. Came out really, really nice. Beautiful original Lionel jewels. Okay,